Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Mixed Minute. My name's Tim and I'm here to teach you something about audio. So in our journey of learning things about the home studio and things to do and buy and get, one thing that's really important is to understand all the different cables and connectors that exist in the audio world. In the beginning, you don't have to understand all of them, but there are a few big ones that it's important for you to wrap your head around. So for unbalanced connection, what is an unbalanced connection? An unbalanced connection is a signal pin and a ground, so a 2-pin connection for whatever the channel information it is. So an example would be an instrument cable. Instrument cables are unbalanced. They have a shield and they have a tip. Another example would be like an RCA cable. RCA cable has a ground sleeve, which is the outer part, and the pin in the center part. Most home electronic stuff uses unbalanced connections. Difference in that an unbalanced connection is that instead of a single wire carrying the signal like a big antenna down the middle, it's a twisted pair of wires carrying two phases of the same signal. Now, without getting too technical, basically the twisted pair has a tendency to reject outside interference, whereas the single cable like this is more susceptible to it. Common example of a balanced cable is a mic cable, like this. Microphone cables have a female end and they have a male end, which is convenient because you can extend them that way. You can snap one into the other. Another type of balanced cable is a TRS cable, and probably the second most common one you're going to find in a recording studio. For example, on a headphone, it uses a TRS cable. This is a headphone extension cable. TRS male on one side, TRS female on the other. Last thing, digital cables like ADAT light pipe, AES EBU, SPDIF cables. For example, SPDIF is controlling my meter back here. My meter is reading the SPDIF output on my interface, and it's giving me a direct output of my mains. In the beginning, you don't need to worry about that so much. Having some connectivity is nice, but again, not the end of the world. Most of the time, it's the analog connections you're going to have to worry about and put two and two together to make happen. Always a good idea to have a few adapters to change things from one to the other. Just have a little utility box of that, but that comes with time. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for cables and connectors. Hopefully you learned something. Always check out the other videos. If you're on a platform, throw me a thumbs up. And yeah, until then.